future holds nothing else but confrontation.
Oh yeah, what's up, people? You're probably questioning yourself. This is the guy I listen to? This is the guy that wants to give stock advice for some sort of paid subscription? This is the guy that my friends told me about? This is the guy? I'm the guy. I'm the guy. When your friends are talking about me, I'm the guy. I'm the guy that relates to you, people. Putting the real in real-time trading. Remember, that's a copyrighted phrase right now, so if you try to steal it, the full wrath of the Hit the Bid crew, the new and improved Hit the Bid crew, the Krull, and all his splendor will come raining down on you. Freedom! If I had the bullhorn handy right now, I'd be screaming something foul and awful just for the sake of it. But sometimes you don't need to do that. Sometimes you don't need to use the foul language to express your points. That's not what it's about. When it's time to say something and that's what comes out, and there's no need to worry about that. You think I'm less intelligent when I use bad language? Is that what you want? You want me to put my suit on and the glasses and pretend to be one of those guys? Is that what you want? Because I could do it all, people. But the bottom line is, where do we go from here? Remember, everybody, every day is day number 1. But soon we're going to have a countdown. Oh, if you don't know, the T3 Live experiment, the T3 Live Hit the Bid experiment is no more. And I know right now, somewhere, somebody's wondering if I'm going to start bad-mouthing somebody. Now again, there's no animosity here, and I could say that over and over again. Animosity might grow if I hear things that this guy's being bad-mouthed, but here's what has happened. The only thing that could be said badly about me is that I suck as a trader. And most of the trades that we did at the T3 Live Hit the Bid experiment were done through JT, our new Carl, everybody. That's right. JT managed to do what Carl took 8 months to do. JT did it in about a week and a half. That's basically blow up an account. So, if it wasn't for JT and his absolute mind-blowing, I don't even know how to describe what I witnessed there, but we need somebody like JT. And if you watch one of my videos called The Power of Sucking, people, there's nothing better than the power of sucking, right? You got a handful of people out there talking about how smart they are. Everybody talks about how smart they are. Not this guy right here. This guy likes to wallow in the misery of his mistakes, therefore teaching you what not to do. Also, handing you boatloads of cash because you can make money on my mistakes. It's as simple as that. And once we get this transparency, this absolutely new venture that we have gone upon, and here's what I'm gonna do now. I'm not gonna promise anything. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna be doing these YouTube videos. You can hang out with me and my friends in that secret double probation chat room from the time being, all the while knowing something is coming. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Anything I've ever talked about, and I thought this T3 thing was gonna be where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, and none of that happened. Now, do I look upon that as look at it as something maybe upon myself? Is it something that I did? Is it something that I did incorrectly? It's something that I did wrong? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And the T3 Live people know, and they have it recorded. Now, I know nobody's going to sit there and listen to me again. I don't even know if they were paying attention the first time. The powers that be, the compliance officers, the SEC, the Charles Schwabs, whoever was listening in. Somewhere through the Christopher Walken impersonations, somewhere me trying to make sure I don't say duty or shit or any of those other words over the loudspeaker, over their broadcast, somewhere in between me doing Yuri for 3 straight days when the Russian Google was coming out. The Russian Google, it is failure right now. Well, not exactly failure. Somewhere through me doing Laszlo Barini, I love the stocks market,
I think the market is probably going to go higher. But then when it starts to go down, I'm going to tell people to sell so that I can buy my stocks cheaper and then tell people that I bought them so I can look smart. Because I really need to do well with a voice like this. Laszlo. My name's Laszlo, and I talk like this.
If you don't know who Laszlo Barini is, that impersonation meant nothing to you. Through it all, the laughs, the cries, the depression, my opinions, and the facts. Through it all, I have to say, 85% of the time I gave good recommendations. 85% of the time the stocks that I told you guys to get into did what I said they were going to do. And I think more than 85 to 90% of the time, the stocks that I got out of worked out in your favor. Don't forget about the last one I gave you, right? Remember, don't forget the CMG short from when the earnings came out down to 250, and then I bought the stock, covered the stock at 250, went long at 251, and told you guys to remain long because the stock's probably going to bounce 20 points. It's only up 33 points from that day. That shit's documented. Woo! Did I just say shit on the air? That shit's documented. Oh, remember this call? Remember when I told you I had just covered my SHLD because I didn't want to get caught short into the earnings report? Remember that just last week? Remember that one? I explained to you carefully how the suck my NASDAQ hit the bid. Misery continues to happen 15 years running. Remember what I told you? I got into that trade. I got caught short. I was profitable on the trade. The next thing you know, it turned into a really bad trade, and I covered there at the end of the day. I wouldn't have covered if I knew the earnings were coming out. I probably would have given it more time. But knowing that I was being forced out of that trade, I bestowed that upon you. I said, SHLD, whatever they report, the stock's going to be down. And I will say this, and I will say it loud and proud. I guaranteed it. I guaranteed that stock would go down to $70. Because when I looked at the chart, I saw a stock that was disintegrating. I saw a stock that looked awful. I saw a stock that was probably headed to $70. But because the earnings were coming out, I didn't want to be trapped. I don't ever want to be short going into the earnings report unless I have some sort of, dare I say, inside information. Not that I'll ever have that information. But being short going into the earnings report is basically playing with fire. Not all the time, obviously. But the bottom line, I told you, SHLD. And what had happened to that stock? It gapped down on the earnings and has continued to go down ever since. So people, if you are part of the T3 Live family, which I am no longer part of as a registered representative, we're still going to have a partnership going forward, making some videos. They're going to be one of my sponsors, brought to you by, in cohesion with, that type of thing. But again, now I am not beholden to any of these rules and regulations, so fuck it! Yeah, that's one of those times where I just cursed for the sake of cursing. Fuck it! Feels good. They didn't understand barking it out. They didn't understand Bullhorn Guy. They didn't even understand Joey Diphard. But once again, closing in on reality, you know it, I know it. And again, the bottom line is, did I implement all those ideas that were money-making situations? Of course not. I do it for you people. I am the Jesus Christ of Wall Street. I'm here for you. I save. I save. I'm a savior. Savior. I'm here for you people, and that's what you need to understand. Whether you think I'm an unintelligent douchebag, which at times I embrace that. I am an unintelligent douchebag. There are people much more smart than I am. Yes, there are. Of course, those people also helped bring down America and almost ruined capitalism and brought us back to the Dark Ages. But that's another story for another day, you smart people. How much of geniuses you are. Awesome stuff. And I just started watching Too Big to Fail, and all it did to me was anger me one more time, because everybody involved should be in prison right now. We should be outside their homes with camera crews waiting for them to make an appearance. And they shouldn't be able to find places to live because we should be that angry. Forget this so-called rapist IMF French president wannabe. Forget this guy. We're forgetting the real criminals, people. The people that almost brought down America, and everything that we do was almost gone. Do you understand that? And there's nobody suffering. That's why when AIG goes down to $0 a share and finally maybe does get wiped off the earth, I don't feel any remorse. Speaking of no remorse, it is still awesome that Osama bin Laden is dead. Yeah. Still loving it. Still feeling good about the death of the guy. And I hope we kill some more guys. Don't forget that. And remember, I'll remind you every day, it's okay. It's okay to feel good about another death of a human being. That's right. He was the Lex Luthor of our time, and Superman, otherwise known as Obama Shamalama Ding Dong, put an end to that dude's life. Feel good about it. It's all right. But back to the point that I was making. Is that I'm here for you people, and that's the way it's going to be. So, let's wrap this up, people, and let's say that things and all your little social media things are going to be out there soon. You know, I'm not even going to list the things that I'm doing because none of it matters until it's done. Shut up with your plans. Do it. So going back to the ideas, how come I don't take all these great ideas and make them work for me? Well, I don't know. We'll have to figure that out together. But I think once we start communicating again on a daily basis and sitting down together and having our special moments, we'll be able to help each other. Those moments where I say, I'm going to probably be getting out of the stock soon. Maybe somebody in our new and improved chat room will say, don't do it. Don't do it, idiot. Why would you sell here? It looks like just about to break out. And I'll say, I don't know, I just feel like selling here. Well, that's the wrong way of looking upon it. Oh, okay then. Maybe I'll hold on to something. Maybe I won't make those same mistakes. We'll all share and embrace the horror together. All right. It's going to be a fantastic day. Day number 1. And what's going to be fun is that obviously, you know, joining a broker-dealer, your money becomes locked up for the year. So we're going to have a little countdown in the corner. I got to find out what exactly the countdown day is going to be. And then we'll count down to that day, and then we'll go get our money back, and we'll party with it or something. All right. Hello, lady. Hello. What happened? Try trading. Oh, that's another thing we're going to do. Remember, if you want to be a contestant in the new and exciting day trading contest, if you think you can handle it, it's going to be the most violent day trading contest ever. You thought it was hard to day trade now. Wait till you see what I have in store for you. Because if you think you could day trade, take my course. If you could sit next to me and survive, then you can do anything. All right, more about that at some other time. Email me also if you'd like, Jefferson at hitthebid.com, jkrull43 at yahoo.com, and the plethora of other email addresses that I've given out over the year. They're all still active, and I will start getting back to some more of you people. Also, I've responded to some of you guys. Remember the phone calls I was going to make? From the moment I made that video inviting you guys to send me your phone numbers, everything over at T3 changed, so there really wasn't any point. But now the point of getting in contact with you is even greater because I have even bigger and better and special cereal to eat. And it's going to be really, really fruity. See ya. What does that mean?
I would much prefer Krull.